Namaste, my name is Dhruva M.D. if you can't pronounce that. I'm a family doctor, musician, and a motivational speaker. I'm here to bring you a series of motivational videos. I tend to do these workshops at home myself, and I would like to present them to you to see if it helps you. It's the Focus on Yourself series, and we're going to figure out how to succeed in 2 simple steps by outworking everybody. 2 simple steps. Easy to say, isn't it? Well, let's track back to a video maybe I did about a couple months ago about how to stay fit. In order to stay fit, eat regularly and never get full, number 1. Number 2, do it in 24 hours. It's not complicated, but it's very hard to execute. And that's what we're going to try to work towards today. How to succeed in 2 steps to outwork everybody. Number 1, focus on yourself. Number 2, don't try to be like others. Let's start with focus on yourself. Again, this is tracking back to the Focus on Yourself series. It's so important, such a cardinal part of life, something that is just so brushed under the table because we're always worried about what somebody else is thinking. Let's try to see how we can focus on yourself in this situation to outwork everyone. Wake up early and stay up late. Let's give you 2 examples here. Example of me being an undergrad and then getting into medical school. I talked to my partner about this. Usually I review everything with her. And I was like, I want to be able to express that if you are put down as a child, if your family doesn't approve of you, if people are telling you you can't do things, if people are telling you you're going to fail, well, what are you going to try to do? You're going to try to prove them wrong, granted the opportunity. And that's all this is. If you listen to my other motivational videos, if you listen to some of my music, rarely do I ever talk about being a doctor. Sometimes I'll have you'll have little run-ins with it, It's just, honestly, just throwing my life on paper, just graffiti all the time. And this is something similar to that. So as humbly as I can state this, I want to go with undergrad and medical school. There were about 4 people in the small town that I went to undergrad in. And in the small town that I went to undergrad in, there were about 4 of my classmates that were surrounding me. And I would always wake up early, keep my lights on first before we went to college, and I would stay up late and turn my lights off last. I was not trying to get scholarships into medical school. I was not searching for the gold at the end of the rainbow. Rather, I was searching for the sun that shines the light on the gold at the end of the rainbow. Never was I searching for riches. I just wanted to outwork people. In my first year of undergrad, I didn't do that well. I didn't really know how to carry over a fraction. I didn't understand the table of elements well. Physics, Boyle's law, who knows all that stuff? I didn't know it. What did I do? Put work in. How did I put the work in? I studied 8 hours every day for 2 years. If I studied 8.5 hours one day, I would study 7.5 the next. If I studied 6 hours one day, I would study 10 the next. I always studied 8 hours. I don't know why I came up with this number 8, but I just stuck to it. No matter what, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And then what happened in my last year of undergrad is I taught my class. Little did I know, I took the common entrance test, which is in India, which is the equivalent of the MCAT test here, and I got 7 scholarships into medical school. What does that tell you? That tells you that provided you're given the opportunity, and if you bank on the opportunity, things will happen. You can never expect it though. I did not expect this, nor even when I lived this life, I'm like, is this real? Because I never expected anything. I just wanted to outwork you. In other words, to review this focus on yourself, waking up early and staying up late, you don't have to make it literal. You don't have to wake up at like 4 in the morning and go to sleep at like 10 in the night. But you have to always implement this type of mindset if you want to succeed in life. In anything that you do, whether it be diet and exercise, whether it be making a video, I'm always trying to get better at it, or whether it be you want to just top your class in undergrad, or do what you can with whatever opportunities presented to you. It's in your hands, and your destiny is in your hands. Your fate is in your hands, not on others. Focus on yourself. Coming to the second point, don't try to be like others. Now, you can draw things from other people that have achieved. For example, I studied Michael Jordan's work ethic. The man was just unreasonable when it came to just like resting. He never rested. And I would just kind of always be very drawn into who can do this? Why can they do that? Well, why can't I do it is what I thought. But I never tried to be like him, but I did extract the good. Let's try to focus on some of these key points here on how not to be like others. Don't expect riches. Just because Michael Jordan is a billionaire, I don't want to be a billionaire. But I do want to have the mindset of Michael Jordan. I want to be mindful. When Michael Jordan would go into Game 3 of the NBA Finals, he would walk in the door and he would say hi to whoever it was, and he would be in that conversation. When he was in the third quarter of the last shot, he was just there. He wasn't worried about the fourth quarter. I don't want to be like him, but I want to be able to employ and understand and implement that mindset in my life too. I never expect riches, nor do I expect to be like him. Forge your own path. You gotta figure out who you want to be. Never try to be like others. Don't try. That's why when you hear some of my music, I'm not trying to be like anybody else. Matter of fact, I don't think that is good. I'm like, who's this guy talking about all this like stuff that he doesn't curse? It's not misogynistic. You're not talking about money. Like, I mean, I felt that I just didn't fit into this rap industry because I just couldn't do it. I had to forge my own path. And whatever that path is, and whatever my destiny is, it's because of me. It's not because of anybody else. Only you can forge your own path. Only you can forge your own path. Don't let anybody else do it for you. Number 3, do the next right thing. Whatever it is. Let's take these as an example to try to understand these 3 statements. I never expected any riches from being an undergrad, but I got 7 scholarships into medical school. I forged my own path. I didn't care what other people were doing. I just wanted to outwork you. Then what happens is that I got scholarships into medical school. After that, what do I have? I don't have to worry about my next meal. That way, I forged my own path and I did the next right thing. Now I don't have to worry about eating a meal because I just put in the work. Let's try to review this. How to succeed in 2 steps, outwork everybody. Number 1, focus on yourself. Number 2, don't try to be like others. When you focus on yourself, make sure you're doing whatever you can. Do it 24 hours a day. Don't stop. When you stop, when you say it's the holidays, or, I was tired, or I need a break, let me just watch, I'm binge watching a TV series, well, that's what you're going to be doing. Then, when you do watch, let's say somebody like Michael Jordan, oh, I want to be just like him. Well, imitation is one thing, desiring to being like somebody is another. Well, I would say extracting the good from people and then taking it into your own life. Don't try to be like anybody else. It's just going to really hurt you a lot. You have to stay true to yourself. Forge your own path. Do the right thing. The right thing will happen. I appreciate you listening to me. Subscribe. Like the video. Please comment down below and let me know how I can make this better. And thanks for being with me today. Namaste. See you next time.